Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are officially live right now.
Cool.
Yep. Sweet. Yeah, we are live on Twitch and on YouTube. Good old Ollie and safe JY. Greg the Great 27. Yo, what's up? What's good? We're just waiting for a couple more people to come through, and then we can get this started. We got Ollie Newton here. We got 4 viewers now on YouTube, 2 people on Twitch. Yeah, we're here with Ollie Newton, 2015 national champion, right? And 2023 world's competitor.
Yeah.
You better remember me. Yeah, of course, Greg. I'm pretty sure Big Greg with the tattoos. I'm assuming that's you, right? We
Yeah, of
haven't.
course I remember you. Well,
Yeah, I haven't seen you for a minute, bro. Don't know what you've been up to. I hope you've still been training. I remember. I think last we spoke was about training. Like you gave me like a little. You were sharing some of your like progress at the gym or something like that. So I hope you're still at the gym. All right, yeah, we got some people coming through. What's up, everybody? How we doing? We got 10 viewers so far. All right, Greg. Yeah, well, you got your Sunday evening entertainment. You got your boy JY here. You got Ollie here as well. Gonna hopefully have a like an interesting conversation, and yeah, for people to find out a bit more about Ollie Newton. He's a bit of a enigma in the community. Don't play anymore, and yeah, still training, but leg is fucked. Got blood clots. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Just I just wish you good health, and I hope you're able to recover. Like it's not easy to go through what you're going through there. Like I knew someone that had that kind of blood clot in their legs, and like they're on this like thinning medication and stuff like that. So sounds very rough. Okay, we'll just wait for a few more people to come through, and then I will we can start the between the rounds four. And yeah, get this little party started. Um, okay, I think this is a good place. We have like 10 people watching, so we can get it cracking. Much love, killing it on both platforms, and I'm aspiring. I'm on aspirin for now. Shit. Jack Crockford, is that Worlds Compare Oliver Newton? Yes, that is Worlds Compare Ollie Newton.
uh,
And
shout out
Masin,
CT postcode lot.
which postcode? Sorry.
CT.
Oh, CT postcode. Oh yeah, geez, shout out to CT postcode guys. Yeah, yeah, let's go. Um, yes, this is Worlds Compare Ollie Newton. Appreciate the hearts. Thank you for everyone for hearting up the stream. Let's go. Run me those hearts, run those likes. Let's get it out there. Yo, Minute Trailer, thank you for following. Let's go. Um, appreciate that following on Twitch. Guys, please feel free to follow on Twitch. We're almost at 70 followers. The goal is by the end of March to get to 100 followers and hopefully reach affiliate on Twitch. But yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna do a little intro and then we'll begin. All right, yo, what's good? It's your boy JY, and we have between the rounds four, and we have a special guest. We have Oliver Newton. He won UK Nationals in 2015. He went to Worlds in 2023, making top four at the European Championship. I think he's the only UK player to top four nationals on three different occasions, which is insane. He's always been a top player, and now it's time for us to have a chat, find out more about him. I feel like the UK community don't really know much about Ollie, so it's going to be a good time to get to know him, find out about his backstory, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave the questions in the chat so we can interact with you as the conversation goes on. And yeah, before we get into it, if you have any suggestions for future guests, please let me know, and I will reach out to them and try to make it happen. But yeah, let's Ollie, how you doing, bro? How are you, man?
I'm doing good, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. It's great to see everyone showing up to the stream. And Greg, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, bro. Wishing you good health and hopefully, I don't know, see you at some point soon. And Lincoln, thank you, bro. JY, the go. Happy birthday. It was your birthday the other day. Hope you had a great day, bro. And yeah, so Ollie, I guess let's how I tend to start these conversations with, we go right back to the beginning. So take us back to when you first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, how old were you? What was kind of your first interaction with Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game, or like Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime?
Oh my God. So I started collecting over 20 years ago. So one of my brothers, like it was just casual. One of my brothers had a friend that played Yu-Gi-Oh! He got him into it, and then I got into it, and me and my brother just played each other at home. Sometimes his friend comes around. This was when I was 9, and then like a year or two later, um, he just completely gave up on it and not been back on it since. And then I just started my journey from there. I remember going into the town next to me called Chatham. That they had a Saturday. They had a casual locals, and I remember going down. I was 11 or 12, like going down there. I was with my mum, and then I remember going to a shop down there, and then the guy who ran the shop told me about the Yu-Gi-Oh club, and then it was in a different room, and I remember just started playing casually from there. Yeah, I think I just turned 12 when I, wait, 11. I can't even remember. It was 11 or 12 when I went there for the first time.
Okay, so like you were like 11, 12 years old. Like do you know what your first interaction was? Like how did you like find out about the game? Was it your friend that introduced you to it, or like did you like discover it yourself?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Like what was your first memory, like the first time seeing Yu-Gi-Oh? Like was it your friend showing you, or did you like see it yourself? Like how did you discover it?
Showing it to well, like I mentioned, it was my brother. Oh yeah, I can remember my first local. I remember when I first went there, my first locals. So I had as a casual player, I had a Chaos Emperor Dragon, and I remember um one of the players there going through my deck and going through the ban list, and I remember seeing Chaos Emperor Dragon's banned. I was like, oh, and I had 3 Magic Cylinder in my deck, and it's at 1. And I can't remember what else I had, but I was like, oh damn it. I remember feeling gutted looking at all these, like looking at this ban list, and having to like take cards out, like when I first went in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think everyone like rocked up to locals their first time with like a couple, like band cards in their deck. That's
And
just
I think I had like 2, 3 MS. Oh, obviously the classic one. I think we've all fallen for MST Negates.
yeah, yeah. I mean, MST does negate now in 2026. Like, MST does actually negate. Some people in the chat, Chaos Emperor in 2004, Rich. My first interaction with Yu-Gi-Oh was the Abridged series. Says Missing Go, and shout out Little Karibo. Um, okay, cool. And from like playing, for your first locals at around 11, 12 years old, being a young kid, like when did you start to get like competitive?
So obviously back then I couldn't afford a lot, and I just like use my pocket money to get cards or and trade and that. I got my first competitive deck at when was it? 14, I think, which was Gladiator Beast, which obviously wasn't that expensive. So I was playing deck for a long time. Yeah, I was playing it for over. Hang on, I just got to let my dog out.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series was pretty jokes. Like I watched that a lot when I was younger. I think I need to rewatch that, man.
Just had to let my dog out. So yeah, as
No
I was
worries.
saying,
You got
I was,
Gladiator Beasts was like your first kind of like competitive deck, right?
before Gladiator Beast, I tried to pick up Light Sworn. I somehow got access to what was it? One Judgment Dragon, two Honest, and no Charge of the Light Brigade. And I was trying to build Light Swans, but obviously I could like it was a struggle for me back then. And then what I tried to make Insect Light Swarm, so where you just mill a bunch of stuff and summon Doom Dozer, and then there was this one other insect with where you just banish one to summon it. So as I couldn't afford like everything, I was like, oh, sorry, I'll try this out. And then in the end, I eventually was like, I just got a full Gladiator Beast core.
Okay, quick shout out to Kong's Cards UK for following. If you guys, whoever's watching, I'm sure everybody knows about Kong's Cards.
I highly recommend Cons cards.
Same, highly recommend them. They run great online tournaments.
Like
They run free
the
tournaments.
guy's like really generous, like really generous.
Absolutely, yeah. So big shout out to Kong's Cards. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you. And yeah, cool. Very humble beginnings there. Just trying to pick up the scraps of like a Light Sworn deck. And so from there, like tell us about your journey and how things kind of progress for you from like picking up your first kind of semi-competitive deck and like tell me about how the journey kind of went on from there for you.
So I played Gladiator Beast. It must have been like 2 years, I think, and then I decided to pick up like anti-meta, where I play like we play. Well, first I played Gadget anti-meta. Obviously where you play Thunder Kings, Doom Cows, like Fossil Diners, Banishers. Then you maxed out on what was it? Fissures, Smashing Grounds, Oppression back in the day. So yeah,
Okay.
it was kind of yeah, as you can see, it was kind of an annoying deck. And as mentioned, like still struggled to get stuff. So I stayed with decks for a long time. Must have played that for like 2 to 3 years as well. I remember feeling gutted about a ban list where so obviously as an anti-meta player, Heavy Storm came back. MC was at 2 and it went to 3, and at the same time they banned Royal Oppression. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Missing Go asks Gladbees, did you have is it Heracleons or
Yeah, I did.
Heraclions?
Heraclinos.
Yeah.
I think it helped. I had two. I somehow managed to pick. Oh yeah, I had two Ghost Honest. I can't remember how I managed to get that off. But obviously, obviously a lot of Gladiator Beast. I think that's like really only thing that was kind of expensive. I don't think it was that expensive. So obviously I was obviously able to get some trade bait as well. So obviously, yeah, like I said, Ghost Honest would probably helped a lot. Secret JD, and then obviously, yeah, I think Lila's had some price. Aaron, solar recharges, yeah.
Okay. And like take me to so like your first kind of splash on the scene was when you won nationals in 2015 with Stellar Knights, which is like a deck that was like a quite an anti-meta deck, right? I think at the time was it like BA and Necros with the decks?
Oh yeah, no BA top stat nationals, which was crazy.
No BA topped.
No BA topped.
Wow. Okay. But Necros was a big deck that nationals, right?
Yeah,
2015.
maybe there was some that went X2 because I know there was. I think it was 37th or 38th where it went down to X2. So yeah, some like 5, 6 X2s missed out.
Yeah. So yeah, tell me, about that event and what it was like for you. Like how did you manage to win nationals with like an anti-meta deck, and how did you approach the event, and like were you confident going into it? Just tell us a
It was
story about that.
completely no. I did not expect it at all. To be honest, like it. No, like I don't think no one expected it. Like it just came out of nowhere.
And what made you pick Tellarknights for that event when like Necros is the best deck?
Back then, I was still kind of. I guess I could have picked up another deck, like a deck, but not without emptying my bank account. So I didn't want to like spend all my like didn't want to go like completely broke just over playing a deck that probably won't last a year. And Tellarknights were kind of cheap, and because yeah, back then I struggled to like pick up like I still kind of struggled to pick up stuff, but not as bad as before. To be honest, I don't know how I managed to pick up. Like, I can't even remember how I managed to pick up a JD and two Ghost Honest. Like, that's wild thinking about it back then. And what was I saying? Yeah, like, yeah. As I said, like, it was. I, if I was like to pick it, spend, I would have to spend probably had to spend all my money to pick up Necros if I wanted to pick that one up. So they were pretty pricey back then.
So yeah, like your reasoning for playing Tellarknights was literally just
And
because it was an
and
affordable deck.
and I'm used to like playing like trap decks because obviously up to Tellarknights, like I said, I played Gladiator Beast anti-meta. I've played Evil Swarm. I played Bubble Beat, which had quite a few, which was yeah, that was a bit explosive, but that had quite a few traps as well. Yeah, Bubble Beat, Evil Swarm, Hero Beat, like replay Skill Drain.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat is saying. Ghost Red Honest, that's crazy. Missing Ghost says so humble. And it's 20 traps, 20 trap cards in the deck. Of course, Ollie Newton chose it. Um, and then Kong's cards 4009 asks, how much was a Ghost Honest back then?
I can't remember. It was over 15 years ago.
Okay. Jack
Jesus,
Jack
bloody
says
hell.
no cap. Ghost Honest in 2010 was like £40. Crazy. Um, okay, so you pick Tellarknights just because it's an anti-meta deck. You like playing trap cards. You like playing like stun decks, right? And also it was something affordable to play because Necros was like super expensive at the time. Um, and like how like you generally played anti-meta decks. Do you have like advice for people when it comes to playing anti-meta decks?
Yes, I would have had advice back in the day, but now, like, obviously, can't really say anything now. To be honest, like now I'm struggling with the game myself. I think I need advice. I've fallen quite, yeah. Since going to Worlds, I have fallen down quite a bit.
I think you're a little bit too hard on yourself. um, okay, like tell me, would you say like winning nationals was the biggest highlight, or like going to Worlds? What was like the biggest highlight of like your time playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
Good question. Could be winning that because it was like completely. Well, when I went to Worlds, obviously I did have a few tops. But Nats, I didn't have. I had some regional tops. I never won a regional. No one like it was me winning Nats is completely out the blue. Um, like I never thought. I thought there was a chance I could top, but I didn't think it was a high chance. And then to then win it, like that was yeah, it's crazy, especially with Telenites. But I did practice a lot on back in the day Dueling Network.
Yeah,
To
shout
be
out
fair.
Dueling Network, the OG, RIP. The chat says here, Missing Go says winning Nats with a rogue deck is crazy. If I'm honest, winning Nats with no Soul Charge or Maxi was wild.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
what was going through my head back then. Yeah, I didn't play Soul Charge or Maxi. Like thinking about, I don't. like I don't know. I can't even explain. I can't even understand myself there.
But like Maxi wasn't really like mained. Like a lot of people didn't main Maxi back in the day, right?
I didn't even side it.
Yeah, people would side it, or like it wasn't really like how like Fua is at 3 in every single deck in the current format. Back in the day, people, from what I like know, I didn't really play during the Telenites, like during your year where you won. But I just know when I played
You started like
the year
literally
after.
after, didn't you?
Yeah. And even when I played, I remember like my first nationals. I think I sided to Maxi. I didn't even main deck it. Like I just
I think I
sided
did.
it.
I think I did main Maxi in the year after. Though I think.
Yeah.
Can't remember, but I definitely had it in at least. I definitely had Maxi, but I can't remember if I mained it or side it.
Yeah.
In domain, oh yeah, I was playing domain Monarch in 2016 when most people were playing extra deck.
Yeah. Missing Go 1487. What was your list? Do you still have your list from the event? Is this Ollie's Telenite list? Did you make a deck profile?
Yeah.
Do you know whose like channel it was on?
Can't remember whose channel it was, but you should just. I think if you type in on YouTube Yu-Gi-Oh! UK Nationals 2015 first place, you should be able to find it.
Let me see if I can find it real quick too. Oh yeah, there we go. 10 years ago. Crazy. Time really flies. On Cataclysm Games UK's YouTube channel. Here, let me link it in the stream for people to watch. Yeah, I've linked it in the chat on YouTube. And
I just got to shut the back door from when the dog came back in.
okay. Ollie, so tell me, do you think is that Luna?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cute.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. But say hello. Say hello.
YGO Panda, Magnet Warrior is shit, bruv. Yummy's better. On God, Wagwan. What's that YGO Panda? What's good? All right. Okay, serious question now, Ollie. Do you feel like Yu-Gi-Oh has had a positive impact on your life?
Yeah, no, I'll admit there has been a few negatives, and I have made a few mistakes myself, which I'm going to put my hands up to. So I'll admit, back in the day, like when I was trying to get into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, I was easily targeted. I couldn't defend myself back in the day, and yeah, I did get bullied quite a bit because I'll let people get away with it, and I was quite vulnerable then. And this is, and I admit, so when like started in my early 20s, I tried to like toughen up a bit. So the mistakes I've made. So I tried to think how to word it. It's really hard to word. So I've developed a bit of a dark sense of humor, and actually, oh no, I forgot to. Oh yeah, I forgot to say something. I even in the where I got targeted a lot, I even tried to deny having autism because it hit the point where it made because like back in the day I've had like autism insults at me, and I hit the point of being ashamed of it. But then, as I was just saying, when I got into my early 20s, I tried to toughen up. So I end up making insults as a joke, like just to either try to toughen up or try to like not look weak. So I admit I've said stuff like tried to just have a laugh, and as I've just said, not look weak and that. And I know, or I've said other stuff as well, like just trying to have a laugh, and I've obviously I've upset a few people, but that's never been my intention to. And and thing I've struggled with, some people you can like have a laugh or say anything with, and it's just knowing that barrier with everyone. And the mistakes, and yeah, and another big mistake I made, I would say stuff in a public chat which I shouldn't do, and it's known with people like with certain people like who you can say stuff to, who you can't, and oh, it's bloody hell, it's really hard to word everything, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's quite crazy that like growing up that you would like deny like having like autism and try to hide it to fit in and because you were bullied and teased. I think that's really tough to kind of go through. And yeah,
And then
like I
also,
feel like
if you get people that judge you, like even judge you for like no reason, which I did have a lot in the past, like before I even tried to toughen up, I've had people like think because like I struggled socially, like people would judge like stuff like that. Because well, that's not just Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just life really. People would just judge you, can just judge you for like no apparent reason. I remember at London, YCS London 20, like the first one back in 2013, I even had someone just tap me on the shoulder, like was talking, and someone put their hand on the shoulder saying, I just don't like you, like out of nowhere, like didn't even do anything to you, but it is what. But as I said, it's life. People can just judge for no reason. I even said, oh no, I didn't even say anything. He didn't even say why. That's what he just did, and yeah, that's just one example.
yeah, no, that's really tough to go through. And yeah, I've definitely, I know this is quite common in the kind of community, and I think is good to hear your perspective of what it was like for you and like the challenges that you had to face.
Because I know I've made them well. To some people, I look like um, I can look like I've been a nasty person, but that I've never ever had any intention to upset anyone. It was just all like, as you know, people you can have banter and that. Like, it's hard to tell with like some people what you can, because obviously some people you can say absolutely anything to, and then some people like you can barely say anything without offending. And it was the lot, and it was hot, like really hard to tell, like because it's different with everyone. It's hot, like yeah, it just made it really difficult. And where I struggle socially, it just yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like the community is better now than it was back in the day when you were younger?
Yeah, I think I've gone through the worst days in back in the past.
And like, do you have any advice for people who, were dealing with kind of what you were dealing with? Like where they were being shamed for, like having autism or just not being able to fit in socially and maybe experiencing bullying or teasing. Do you have any advice for people like that who, might be right now like 14, 15 years old, like maybe getting bullied at their locals?
It's really hard. Like I can't think of anything more basic. Like obviously, I can just say it's not you, it's them, which it is. But obviously it's hard to believe that because obviously like when you get bullied, you think, oh, there's a lot wrong with me, blah blah blah. Um, uh, and then like if you struggle, like you wonder, you just keep thinking, oh, what can I like? What's wrong with me? What can I do? Especially if you like struggle with social aspects, then it just makes things really hard. Things can like get on top of you. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's something wrong with them more than it is you.
Yeah, nah, for sure, for sure. I think it does. I think a lot of people they don't really grow out of like the kind of school ground mentality, right? Like the playground mentality. Um, but yeah, no, it's good to see that you're resilient and yeah, you managed to kind of like set that aside and get through it to today. And yeah, let's see what the chat is saying. So Missing Ghost says the best thing is to talk about it. Mental health and toxic behavior should be called out. 100% agree. Large Lad Charles, that's heartbreaking, man. Played against Oliver in the Attack of the Giant card side event during the Sunday of Nats last year, and he's so friendly and such a skilled player. Zedges, trust, crazy how often people have toxic experiences playing a card game. Yeah, absolutely. And Jack Crockford, strange people out there. And Jack also asks, can you ask Newton who he loves more, ABC Buster Dragon or Rise Heart?
Probably Buster Dragon. Oh yeah, if you was to ask me, one thing I wanted to talk about. If you was asked to ask me my favourite top, it would be 2022 UK Nats, where I made top 4 with ABC. Because I didn't really have any help, and I played wasn't like super creative. I played Galaxy, like no one was playing it. I was playing Galaxy Soldier ABC with Furion. That's when Furions just came out, and obviously Regulus was really broken in ABC because it was a negate, a monster, a ball. What was it? Yeah, a body, a negate, a monster, a ball in one card.
Yeah, the synergy was pretty crazy.
Regulus. Because you equip a piece, and then you could summon that piece.
Yeah.
And it was it was one push the deck really needed. And like back then, as I was saying, it's my favourite deck because I had barely any help. I was the only one playing. Like everyone swore by playing Adventure, and I didn't like it. It was what was it, 9 cards. So you're just adding a lot of bricks. Galaxy Soldier is just 3 cards, and it could either just be it's either Infinity or Link fodder. And I was the only one, like as far as I'm aware, I was the only one playing Galaxy Soldier Fury and ABC.
Yeah, that was awesome, and you got top 4 right that year.
Yeah, and I lost to another Light Machine deck.
What did you lose to? Was it Drytron or?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, the guy that won.
Yeah, man! Shout out to Nick for winning with Drytron. Dr. Burgess. Okay.
Oh yeah, there was one other ABC player that made top 64, and he knocked us both out.
Wait, what happened? Another ABC player made.
So there was a Adventure ABC that made top 64, and Nick faced them in top 64. So
wow.
So there was 2 ABC players in top 64, and we both lost to the winner.
Crazy. Again, shout out to Nicholas Burgess. Okay. Links is Big asks, what was the reasoning behind your deck choice for Worlds? I think you played ABC.
I just wanted to play my favorite deck.
Yeah.
Awesome. Literally, I just wanted to play my favorite deck. I did test it though, and I did take all 7 matches to game 3.
Okay, fair. I mean, there must. Who did you play? Like, do you remember? Did you play any big names? Obviously, everyone was probably a big name, but any notable matches?
Oh yeah, it was Lundra. Shout out to Lundra T for helping me test for Worlds.
Yo, big shout out to Lund. Vexen YGO is this channel. Let's go.
James Vonhoff, he also helped me test.
It's the Vonhoff thing.
And sorry if I've forgotten you, but yeah, shout out to everyone that helped. So what was you saying before I?
No, just your reasoning for playing that deck. So you said it was your favorite deck, right?
Oh, did I face any big names? So
yeah.
Round 1, I faced some guy from Japan playing Tri-Brigade Sprite 1-2-1. Oh, he made it to the final round X2, so he nearly topped himself. Round 2, I got Enzo. He's been going to up since then. He's been going to Master Worlds. He topped Worlds. It was Mathmech. Unfortunately, game 3, I only opened 1 hand trapped, and he opened a 1-off circular plus 2 extenders. So yeah, there's no way I was winning that. Then round 3 was Dragon Link. it went into time, and then I think I was going to lose that one anyway, to be fair. And then round 4 was at Ignista, which I won 2-1. Yeah, I mentioned all my matches went to game 3. Round 5, which was on stream, unfortunately, game 3, he went Pot, I went Ash, and he went Call by the Grave. And he also had Magma Heart and Druid's one, which were also at 1. So that was pretty rough. And then round 6 was Pearly, which someone from Australia won 2-1. And then the final out. So I was entering the final one for topping record, but to be honest, I don't think I would have topped even if I won. And then game 3, I was against them. It was against Runic Sprite. Game 3, I opened 4 hand traps and talents. And yeah, so I was like, oh, so yeah, and Runic Sprite plays quite well into hand traps, so I pretty much lost there.
Yeah, which is pretty.
I don't think I had the tiebreak to top. 2x3's tops, and no, like I think if I had to guess, I think I would come like 11th, maybe like 10th at most if I won.
Yeah. And just a few quick shout outs. So first shout out to Julio Vals for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate you. And also shout out to Brenda Izari for following on Twitch. Appreciate the follow on Twitch. Thank you for the support. Welcome to the party. And then having a look at the chat, let's see what people are saying. So you guys reckon when toxic cards are rampant in the meta, it breeds more rough experiences because people get hella triggered? Missing Go says, whenever I activated Mystic Mind, people called me rude names for some reason. Zedges, yeah, I hear it, bro. Then on the other side of the coin, I played Mystic Mind players who play that card specifically to get a rise out of people. I guess it works both ways. Can be hard to gauge if a player is deliberately trying to be toxic. Missing Go says, what some people see as banter, some see as bullying, I guess. And then Missing Go says, was that the same year that Sunsea Jess went to Worlds? It was, right? You went to Worlds same year as Jess.
I faced her in Swiss.
Oh, you played against Jess in Swiss?
Yeah, I was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was one of the 2 people that beat her. I did open I won the dice well. It was a quick match. It was like it was kind of dice well. I won the dice well. Won game 1. She won game 2, and game 3 I opened cracked. And when she entered back, she baited out my game 3. She baited out my Wise Art so she could use Thrust to add evenly match. And when she entered battle phase, I flipped over set rotation, and it turned out she had 2 field spells in her hand.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Nice. Brenda Izari says Ollie Newton is the GOAT. And where is the milk, Ollie? I don't know what that's about.
I was in a wash at the airport, so I had to get a meal deal, and I just grabbed milk.
Ah, nice. Okay. Missing Go. Ollie, what's your thoughts on the new Tellarknight support? Oh yeah, I think you asked this earlier. My bad for missing that question. What's your thoughts on the new Tellarknight support?
I forgot what they've done. I remember reading them when they first got shown, but I completely forgot what any of them do.
Okay, we'll revisit the question.
If they become viable, I will actually. If they become, when are they coming out before Nats?
I don't know. I don't know myself actually.
If they come out before Nats and they're somewhat viable, I will actually consider it.
Okay. We'll have to revisit this topic once we review the Tellarknight support. Okay. And now you mentioned that you were, since you went to Worlds, you felt like you've kind of fallen off and you found it hard to kind of adjust to like the new meta, I guess. Since do you wanna talk about that and just kind of share your experience?
I don't. Maybe just back. Maybe I don't know. Could have been my format. Could have just got lucky. I don't know. But just since Worlds, I've just fallen downhill. The best I've done, I guess, YCS Birmingham was pretty decent. I did go 9-3 there, so that which was close to, and I came 70 something. So I was close to topping. and that had just under 2,500 people. I'll admit, I have let myself down quite a bit. So at 20, so the Nats after, which was Snake Eye format, but I was just trying to be different, and I played and so Link Kuibo was banned. And I was still trying to play Heat Soul Turbo, which was a terrible idea, like really bad. Yeah, it was 20. Yeah, it was 24 Nats. Yeah, it was definitely a terrible idea, and I was out by round 6, round 7, and I started off 0-2-1.
Wow.
And because it was top 64, I still had a chance to top. I just had to win all out and not draw. Then unfortunately, game 3 against it went into time, and I lost to time when I probably could have won. But to be honest, I don't think I would have won or out. Probably would have got knocked. I probably would have lost before at some point. And then the Nats after, so last year, I did test a bit, but I was playing Pure Wiser, which is obviously, I think the way I think it was a pretty decent build, but the deck itself wasn't great. I was trying to focus on being different, and obviously Mitsu was around. All the Wisels were at 2, so it was definitely not a good pick. And I did start off 5-1, and then I just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
So usually 8 Nats in a row. I walked out with at least a mat and sleeves. Last two, which were both after Worlds, I haven't even managed to do that.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll get back up there at some point. It just, these things tend to happen. You've had some insane performances. Like I said, I think you're the only UK player to make top 4 at nationals on 3 different occasions.
Crazy.
The Shadow TCG asks opinions on Holisu. What are your thoughts about Holisu?
Who asked that?
The Shadow TCG on Twitch.
I don't know who you. Probably one of Ryan's guys. I don't. Oh my god. I guess I can't complain too much about Holisu, to be honest, because I'm playing Dracotail and I can understand the frustration with 5 Minnow.
And Missing Go says, "Keep up the grind, mate." I guess that's to both of us, but yeah, okay. Do you have any like crazy Yu-Gi-Oh stories, or any interesting experiences that you want to share that you've had like in your many years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh? It doesn't have to be like something that happened in the game, just in general, like while traveling to an event or whatever.
I don't know why my mind's going blank. I'm sure there must have been some. Nothing's coming up from the top of my head. I'm sure there is some, but I just can't think at the moment.
That's all right. Missing Go asks thoughts on Exosister. That's a deck that's recently been having some success at the regional level. So what are your thoughts on Exosister?
I lost to at YCS Dortmund. I lost to Exosister round 1.
Wow.
To be honest, it is a bad matchup, and in general, I was unprepared. No, I didn't do. I think it. Yeah, I think it was round 8. I dropped. I got on X2. I got paired up with the YCS Lil Champ, the one that played Odeon.
Yeah, Diego, right?
And then game 1, he ashed my Perulia. I was mainly Perulia, and that was just enough because I had no other hand traps. And then game 2, he had Ash and Azuna, and I made a misplay myself. I had Fallen of the Fortress in hand, and I had a Lucius on board. So what I should have done, because I know he was on Faker Soul. Obviously, I know there's Azuna, so I should have just kept it in my hand because in end phase I could have just used it to pop my Lucius and then set another one. But I just set it, and then he had the Azuna, and then I just lost from there.
Mm.
And I was completely unprepared. I didn't know how to build a deck. Like, I didn't have Mirror Jade. I played 3 Fallen of White, which wasn't correct. I didn't play Mirror Jade. To be honest, I didn't test the new stuff. and I already booked Dortmund, but coming up to it, I just lost a lot of motivation. So yeah, that was down to me. I've probably done better than I should have done for the lack of testing, and I was just kept trying to figure out stuff on the Friday, and I was just my head was just all over the place Yu-Gi-Oh wise. So yeah, I shouldn't. So that event, I definitely shouldn't expect to have done well at all.
Mm, yeah. I mean, it's good to hear your insight, and it sucks that you know lost motivation before the event, that type of thing. Hopefully, you can find. I feel like a lot of it's finding a deck that you really like to play, and in those times, you know, when you've had a deck that you really liked, I think you've thrived in those situations. What
Yeah,
keeps you playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's go ahead,
like
sorry.
yeah, like ABC, like back in 2022 when Furions came out and no one else was playing Galaxy Soldier, and then I managed to make all the way to top four. That was like I was able to play a deck that no one else was playing, like or version of a deck that no one was playing. Like ABC wasn't that popular to begin with, but no one was like, but anyone who was playing it was playing Adventure, and I just played Galaxy Soldier. Oh yeah, I remember. Then shortly after, so the set where Sprite and Tear came out, Garura came out. I was like, "Are you serious?" Because I super pot they can super poly my Cyber Dragon Affinity and Buster Dragon away.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah. Speaking of losing my, so for Euros that year, where it was I picked up Math Mech and also then I lost motivation and didn't really test much. And then I bought my ABC core with me just in case. And then I was on the ship and I was like, sod it, I'm going to play ABC. And then I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll play going second ABC. And then I was like, oh, I could play Engage and Drones. And then I just came up with this going second ABC deck and somehow made top card. It was top 128 though. So yeah. And I did just about get in on X3 one. I made it to the final round X2 one with going second ABC.
nice. In a format that we were not expecting.
That's Sprite Elf was I remember how much of a pain that card was.
Yeah.
Sprite Elf. Yeah, that's when that's Sprite Elf, and then they was able to make Ronin Toden. Yeah, that's when Ronin Toden wasn't banned. And then
Yeah.
Tyr.
Julio Val says when a player becomes one with a deck and it's also one that they love the most, it's one of the best experiences you can enjoy as a player, and respect for ABC.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So I
one
was gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
hopefully one day ABC can be viable.
I hope that for you too. I was gonna ask you, Ollie. So you played Yu-Gi-Oh for like 20 years, yeah. Like, what keeps you playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, why do you still play this game?
That's a good question. I think I just gotten used to it. Obviously, with the bad experience, I know I've mentioned the bad experience. That's also a good experience. Still made good friends throughout. Can travel to different places. Obviously, like can even travel around Europe for YCSs. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
The Shadow TCG asks, how much do you believe in the heart of the cards?
maybe maybe I should start doing that now.
um, but yeah, no, I definitely resonate with what you said. Traveling is fun. The game is fun. Just playing, like trying to find like play with new cards, trying to find new strategies. And I think one of the best feelings in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can definitely relate is like creating something new, right? Like finding a strategy, finding a tech that no one else has used yet, or like no one else has managed to top with, and you being the one to kind of craft that and top with it is like it's such a good feeling. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's why 2022 top four Nats was like my favorite.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I can definitely resonate with that. What's something that you want to like? I feel like in the UK community, you're definitely one of the, or just in the UK, like Yu-Gi-Oh scene, you're one of the most kind of accomplished players, right? And but I feel like the community doesn't really know much about you. So what's like one thing you want to share with the community about yourself for them to get to know you a bit better?
Like I was saying early on with the bullying and me trying to either trying to like toughen up or not. I think I've said that's like um said stupid, offensive. I've like never tried to mean any harm. It's literally just me trying to either just try and like fit in or but obviously I'm struggle socially, so obviously I can say things that I shouldn't or like say the wrong things. Maybe you're picking it up now, but I'm struggling right now to come up with the words.
I think you just want grace, right? Like you might not always say the right thing or do the right thing in certain situations, but you never mean any harm, or you never have any bad intentions, and you just hope for a little bit of grace in those situations where you might say something like offensive mistakenly, right?
Hmm. What do you mean by that? Bit. So I'm.
It's okay. I'm saying that I think what you're looking for is like a bit of grace, like for people not to be judging you so harshly if you don't say the right thing, or if you say something offensive by mistake, right?
Because I'll admit now, like sign apart, like I've said earlier, I've mentioned it. I think I did mention it earlier. I've said stuff in like group chats, like that I shouldn't do, like, and that how it's a struggle. Like, because obviously with some people, you can say a lot of it, you can say anything or share anything, like offensive memes on that. Then some people you can't do anything at all. But I still got like a select few that I send memes to, and they send memes to me. But the mistake I made before was like widening my audience and like sending it to people like not being careful and like just sending it to like a lot of people.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I think we all just say silly stuff online. What are your goals, Ollie? Like, what are your goals for the future? What do you want to achieve in 2026?
Um, Hopefully lose weight. So unfortunately, I had a wisdom. So I haven't been training like proper training for the last 3 weeks. Like the first week of the 3 weeks, I just lost motivation. And 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks ago, I had a wisdom tooth extraction, and I've
Mm,
just been in pain with that.
yeah,
It was a horizontal wisdom tooth extraction. So it
mm,
was, and that was like a pretty hard one to do for him. So I was in pain with that.
yeah. But you're doing better now, right?
Yeah, no, I'm hoping to like go back to MMA training this week.
Okay. Um, Snapplepap says Ollie is the guy. ABC goat. That's Giles. Um, and Manny Marco 10 says, "No matter what you say, Ollie is the goat." So you got people showing you a lot of love here, which is great to see. One thing I wanted to touch on actually is so you mentioned wanting to lose weight as one of your goals, yeah? And yeah, I think I speak with a lot of people like in private and help them with losing weight, as you know, I've gone through like a physical kind of transformation myself. And I think for anyone watching right now, if you're sitting there and you know you're not happy with how you look, I think you should definitely take action and try to take steps towards getting in better shape and improving your health. I'm telling you, it will change your life. It feels is night and day the difference that will make. So what challenges do you face, Ollie, when it comes to trying to like lose weight and trying to go to the gym, that type of thing? Like where do you find it hard?
Lack of motivation, diet, that they're the big ones.
Okay. And then when it comes to lack of motivation, like where do you think that kind of comes from?
Um, there is reasons, but I don't want to say them. I'll admit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And then when it comes to the diet, like what's your diet like if you want to share?
bad. Can be good. Burger King. That.
Okay. Um, I guess one like piece of advice I would give, like if you're someone who's struggling to diet, would be to take a lot of the decisions out of it, so you don't have to be motivated or not. So for example, like if you can't be bothered to cook, I would just buy a bunch of ready meals, right? Like from the shops, or even like you can even lose weight eating like oven pizzas and oven chicken and chips. Like just buy yourself basic things where you can track the calories, and that's the main thing. Just monitoring your calories. Um, can confirm Newton does love Burger King. That's what Jack says. You train though, right? I think you've done quite a bit of training in the past, right, Ollie?
Yeah, I was like fairly slim back in the past. Just need to get back to it. As you can see in that when you've done that Zodiac post to let people know we're doing the stream, as you can see post where I'm sitting down, you can see how quite slim I am, and then me holding a trophy. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully you can get back there, man. Like I'm happy to help you where I can, to give you advice and tips. Um, Jack Crockford, oh sorry, Missing Ghost says rice and chicken, goated. And then Brenda Izari asks, what is Ollie's burger of choice from Burger King?
Bacon double cheeseburger XL.
Bacon double cheeseburger XL. Okay, for me, it'd probably be a chicken legend from Burger King. Is it chicken legend, or is that what is
Think
that
think
is that is that McDonald's? Wait, what's the chicken burger they do at that Burger King? Chicken Royale, is it Chicken Royale?
Whopper? No.
I think it's the Royale. It's either the I think Chicken Legend's McDonald's, and then Chicken Royale is Burger King. I think the Royale is the one. You can tell I don't go to Burger King much. uh, okay, but yeah, hopefully Ollie, we can see you get back to your Flyboy stage soon. Yeah, Chicken Royale. Yeah. uh, Ollie knows the Tier Zero burger. Yeah, Snapple Pap. Giles agrees with you there with your burger of choice. Um, okay, and looking forward to the UK Open. That's going to be like the biggest event of the year in the UK so far. It's coming up in like 2 weeks' time. First of all, are you going?
I should be.
Okay.
And
What?
yeah, I'm more prepared now. The last UK Open, I wasn't prepared, and I went nuts because I should. That like I was saying earlier on, we're trying to be different. I was playing. I wasn't playing branded Drakatel. I was playing light end and dark end, which is obviously like really bad going second and triggers Azuna. So it's definitely not a good. Wasn't was definitely not a good choice. And then I went 0-2.
Yeah.
I lost to Fire King round two, and I had no idea what this stuff did. Like Durak Fire King, like that new that the, they can summon Meteor any time. Like, and I also didn't realize at the time Bell stops it because it summons a tuner from the grave.
Yeah. Bell does stop it. Yeah.
And I had no idea. And I tried to Ash where they tried to one of them destroys a fire monster in the deck, and I tried to I didn't realize, but I tried to Ash it, and then I couldn't do it. So I was so yeah. So like I said, the last UK Open, I was unprepared deck wise, and I was didn't know what hadn't faced Fire Kings in a while, so I forgot what they all did, and I didn't know what the new Durak stuff did. So so yeah, but it wasn't all too bad. I then entered a winner. I just entered one winner mat and then won that 3-0 and faced two Vanquish Soul when I have a bad matchup against that. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll see you like more prepared. Do you feel like what do you feel like will be the best deck going into the UK Open?
Not sure about the best deck. Oh yeah, speaking about prepare, I need to read on. I don't know what the Magnet Warrior stuff does, so I definitely need to read up on that. I think I'm going to play Branded Dracotale, to be honest. And one thing you was talking to me about it, that like what was it? You said I should try neck deck to try and learn. I can't remember, but I remember you like I was saying like I don't like net decking, and then you talking about it. Not long ago.
I don't think there should be any shame in net decking. Like especially like if you don't know, if you're not feeling confident in the format, like for example in your case you're going to play Branded Dracotale. Like there's no reason not to net deck someone like Jordan, for example, who's been playing that deck non-stop since Dracotale cards were printed and has pretty much like topped every event he's played with that deck. So yeah, there's no shame in like net decking him. So yeah,
that's another advice I think one good advice to give is trying to not get too attached to like certain card. Like if you feel like a card is, how do I explain it? Because I know one issue I have suffered with. You can get too attached to certain cards that you don't take them out when you should do. Like at the moment, I'm not sure. Like I've seen Dracolis taking out Bell, but I'm not sure how I felt about that. And one thing I didn't feel too sure about is whether it is mainly Droplet. I shouldn't feel like I mainly Droplet now at the moment, but I entered an OTS and went for entered an OTS and went 4-1 with Branded Dracotale. I unfortunately I lost to Dark Magician because it was a back and forth. Well, game one, obviously this happens a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! You lose by going second. I drew no hand traps, drew no Droplet. So I didn't draw any going second cards. And game 3 was a grindy game. It was back and forth, and there was a point where I had a set Wahoo from like using 5 mana, and he had what was it? It was some Horus Dark Magician deck, and he summoned that Wanker 8 that negates monster effects. I had nothing in hand. I'd set Wahoo. I had Urgler and Lucius engrave. All I need, and I had Arthalion engrave, so I can just use Arthalion to chain block anything. And he had no other interrupts. It was just that one monster to gate. So I literally needed to top any monster or Branded Fusion. I top deck a second Wahoo, and then I just lost that match.
It's rough.
Because he just negated my Urgler, and then I just lost from there. He can just attack the game.
Did the Dark Magician deck, did it win the OTS?
Came second.
Oh, okay, cool. I need to actually read up on that new support and start testing that ASAP.
Joe Dunfall.
Pardon?
It was Joe Dunfall.
Oh, Joe. Okay, shout out to Joe. Nice. Mitsu winning the Open, calling it now. Lynx is big. Jack Crockford says best deck is Magu. Missing Go. Exorcista, that deck won a regional, has to be a contender. Lynx is big says Exorcista won a regional because he kept seeing Shifter, LOL. Yeah, and the Shadow TCG, is Aura a factor in any of your wins, Ollie?
Aura?
Yeah. You know what he means by that?
Not fully.
It's like a kind of like your reputation. So like I know after I went to Worlds and when I came back and was playing regionals, and even YCSs, everyone knew who I was. So people were like intimidated by me before even playing, and I would win just because they'd be tilted and misplaying and things like that. So do you feel?
Nah.
No.
And like I've said, since I come back to Worlds, I've not been like I said, the best I've done was 9. I've topped one. I've only topped one regional, and I've gone 9-3 at YCS Birmingham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. At last Euros, I made a miss. Last Euros was frustrating because final. I got my third loss. It was against Mermal. Game 1. Just threw a few hand traps in, so there was a few interactions, and he ended up with a Biscayos. I had what was it? I completely fumbled it, but I should have won that game 1, and then game 3. What was it? I'm trying to remember what happened game 1. I had Dodo Warrior and X'd. I summoned Dodo Warrior, send gloves, and for some reason I then just summoned X'd, and then he obviously negated X, and then sent detached one. It was Shadow Squad, and then he summoned Pike, discard infantry. What I should have done is just like only used should have just summoned gloves instead of summoning X'd. Or I should have just gone X first, send aggregator, and I think that was his only interruption was the Gaios and then summoning Pike. So then I completely let myself down there. And then game 3, I had like over 20 hand traps. All I draw is one imperm, and he goes Minstrel, discard Shadow Squad.
Hate Minstrel. Card is so busted.
And no joke, I then faced Mermail again 2 rounds later, and only opened Imperm again game 3. But luckily, that one Imperm was enough in that one.
Fair enough. Yeah. We're coming to the end. It's been like an hour. It's been good to chat. Any kind of last things you want to say to the community, while you're on stream here?
One thing I've made a good point about the mistakes I've made, like where I say the wrong things at the wrong audience, like in the wrong places, and like I know I've made people think badly of me. That's one thing I wanted to clear up.
Okay. And any shout-outs?
And I probably didn't explain. I may have not explained stuff great, which is a struggle, but I hope you understand what I mean by everything I've said on stream and that.
No, bro. I think I get what you mean, and I think it's been good for people to kind of get to know you a bit more and understand that, like, you may not say the right thing, you may say some goofy things or do some goofy things, but that's totally like there's no bad intention or any ill intention, and any kind of like bullying or harassment of you should like not be tolerated as well. And then Missing Ghost says, "We love you, bro. Never change." God damn, I haven't seen Newton in a hot minute. So yeah, like the community showing you a lot of love here, and hopefully we see you back in the top cut soon. Hopefully we see maybe that Teleknight support might take it there, or maybe we get some new ABC support. You never know. But yeah, Ollie, thank you for your time. Do you have any shouts that you want to give to anybody while we have you here?
Shout out to the dog.
Shout out to Luna.
Oh God.
Cool. All right, well, guys, like and subscribe. Make sure to follow on Twitch, all the good stuff. And I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. We still have some regional coverage to do. Brenda is Ray ask, can Ollie sign my Forbidden Crown? I'm sure if you ask him at an event and bring a Sharpie, they'll sign your crown for you.
The dog's